please introduce yourself.
I am Edwin Ogidi Gbegbaje.
You're from where?
I am from Uriel local government area of Delta State.
And who is your representative in Dtha channel?
He is Honorable Dtha, the minority leader of the House.
Did you find time to see him as your representative?
I have done so on a number of times.
A number of times before now or when you were nominated?
When I was nominated.
Minority leader, please can you confirm that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I confirm.
On that note, minority.
My name is Dtha. I represent the remarkable cosmopolitan Uriel State constituency. And by the grace of God, the minority leader of this house. Mr. Speaker, standing before you is a classical epitome of the phrase, the square peg in the square hole. He's full of my distinguished constituent and a brother. Mr. Chairman, the nominee is well known to you and Mr. Speaker and my colleagues. Taking a look at the CV before you, the word agreed with me that he is copiously and well qualified for the position that has been nominated for. His educational qualification speaks to what I consider as a balanced higher qualification, which is well captured in CV.
Minority leader, is it good?
Balance is complete what is required for the male, and in this context, what is required for the office is nominated for. They have everything completed. This career points to the fact that the nominee has a verified career path and exposure to take better pension forward to the next level. I'm convinced that he will be in a hurry to start breaking in from here for the board. Mr. Chairman and distinguished honorable colleagues, the nominee retired this January after a meritorious service to Delta State as a permanent secretary. The nominee is one of the finest gentlemen and the man that will give Delta State the best that they have done before. The nominee was before now presented the budget for government house, and they have appeared before a committee members on several occasions and gave a good account of himself. Mr. Ogidi Gbegbaje for screening and confirmation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and distinguished colleagues.
Is before us. You may wish to ask him questions.
Mr. Chairman, very distinguished members. My name is Okakuru James Ogoye. I represent Ukpe State constituency. The nominee is very well known to me. They have been doing very well. But I have just one question to ask you. You are aware, as a retired civil servant, that the pension bureau has so many problems. The pension contributory scheme has given these states very huge problem. As of today, I'm aware we are still trying to find a way to resolve the issues. When you were chairman of the Delta States Privatization and Commercialization Committee, 2007 to 2015, you did very well in handling that privatization issue for the states. How do you intend to resolve the pension problem of Delta States as it stands today? Thank you very much.
I'm not asking you to answer.
The problem of pensions has been a recurring decimal, not just in Delta State but all over. It's a burden. It has always been a burden and will continue to be a burden. But I think what we need to do for us in Delta is to find a way of offsetting the accrual benefits. It is the accrual benefits that's giving us the problem we're facing in Delta. Because when the scheme was introduced, there was a complete lack of understanding of the operations of the scheme. And so the accrued benefits that is supposed to be paid into an escrow account, though it was initially paid, but that fund was spent for perhaps present state commitments. Because the contributory pension scheme has three legs. The contribution by the public officer, the contribution by the state government, and the accrual benefits. The accrual benefits are what the officer had worked, what the benefits that have been calculated before the introduction of the contributory pension scheme. That fund had been created, that pool had been created, and if it had not been tampered with, we would not have had these issues of accruals. So it is the settling of the accruals that is giving us this huge burden. And to the glory of God, the state government has been doing its utmost best in offsetting these benefits. The only issue has to do with the funding that has been coming from the states towards offsetting their accrual benefits. As of 2015, when the government of Dr. Dtha took over, we had an accrual outstanding for 39 billion. And you will agree with me that that was huge. And honestly, no state government would have been able to pay that in one fell swoop. And so the state government has been making some commitment or the other towards offsetting those benefits. And it's actually a body. Just before the exit of the immediate past administration, efforts were made towards obtaining the facility, and if that facility had been approved, perhaps the body would have been much lighter, if not totally eliminated. Like we have in Abia State now, when Abia State has been able to offset all their benefits. So what has happened is that, unfortunately, people were misguided, there was misinformation spreading over the place that the government was just taking money because the government was receiving at that time. But if that money had been approved, it had come to the house and got an approval, of course, the kind of body we are having with our pension and with the difficulties, the challenges, and the frustrations our pensioners are presently experiencing will have been much lighter. So for me, what I pray for and I hope for, as by the grace of God, if the House so pleases to confirm my nomination, is that it's to appeal to the state government to make more provision so that these accrual benefits are settled. The accrual benefits are settled of us to what they will be like. Thank God the state government of Governor Sheriff Oberoi has not supported the local governments. 40 million was guaranteed by the state government. I want to believe and hope and pray that if the state government does say to our state pensioners, they will be happy about it. And that's what I pray and hope. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
All what has been attended. All the prayers and then I represent ever hospitable people, non-for-profit people, of the mandate support system. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Mondi, I wouldn't have known act of government because of the just knowledge you seem to have in the area you are nominated as you need for me to do one of two things. In that sense, there are two pension issues. Is that correct?
You can ask.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, the issue is that there is disparity in favor of the old pension regime. People of the same category, retirees of the same category, the same level, the same step. When they retire and the benefits are paid, those who are entitled, who are involved in the paid through the new pension regime, earns or receives far less than those in the new regime. I needed to know what happened. And the difference is almost up to 5 million. What is the cost of that? How do we, according to this, how do we bridge this gap?
Please go ahead. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I know about has to do with the ones for the local government staff and state government staff. But if we are talking about those of the old as against those of the new, perhaps, I'm only just guessing, perhaps it may have arisen from the fact that with subsequent upward reviews of wages and benefits, those in the old have not benefited from that. And mind you, you know that those in the old get part of their benefits from the federal government. Those in the old get part of their benefits from the federal government. That was the arrangement of the formats of the old scheme. Whereas the scheme, just like I have explained, it is the contribution of the officer and government. And then for those who still have accrual benefits, between the time the scheme came into play and the period they had worked before the introduction of the scheme, those accrued benefits are yet to be paid. That's what government is struggling to pay. Then with regards to the wide disparity between the states and the local government staff, at the time the computations were done, the local government staff were lucky to have benefited from the upward review of the national wage that was done. And so their computation was based on the new wage as against the states that had started the same before the local government. So we had that wide disparity. And it's not a very huge problem. I think someday, somehow, that problem will be sorted out so that there's a parity of benefits between the various levels of government.
Thank you very much.
My name is Ogidi Gbegbaje. Chief of the House. I'm a member representing Southwest State Constituency. Mr. Gbegbaje, it is true that we have performed so much. I also want to let you know that I'm a retired and I'm also aware that you are a pensioner. And we all here we are aware that the highest number of death set by the devil is more in the pension industry. Because people die, pensioners die every day. From your performance, what is the assurance and guarantee you want to give your colleagues that the pensioners that with you coming on board, me begging to get them. And others will get theirs. That's my question. Thank you.
Thanks. I want to pledge on my own. And you will understand what that means when a man pledges on his own. I will be fair and just in carrying out my duties, just as I did while I was in the service. I was never known to have done anything untoward. Rather, I have always done the best in the interest of my leading staff, the service and humanity. And I want to give my word here that by the grace of God, if my nomination is confirmed, I will do my utmost best within my ability and within the confines of the law to ensure that pensioners receive their payments in good time. There is fairness in payment, and of course, there will be accountability for whatever I put my hands on. That's assurance of the here this day before this honorable house. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
I present the protocol of the law, state constitution. Man is simply the quest of knowledge and also to see whether this house can really help you somewhere along the line. You mentioned the figure that is quite mind-jogging, 39 billion as at a particular period. I know you are just getting into the place, but because you've been in the system, I'm sure you'll be a professor in this area. So tell us, or tell me, help me out. What is the figure now? I'm talking about the approval which you mentioned. What is the cost of this? How do you call it? What you said about pampering the thing?
Thank you very much, Member Representative Chimilevans. Nobini, you want to answer that question?
Yes, I'll try.
You want to?
I'll try.
Okay. You can go ahead, but I am feeling that you are not here yet for you to give us the accurate.
I will not give it exactly.
Yes. Okay. Okay. You can
But I will make an attempt. But I want to say something today.
Okay.
Which is important. Since then, there have been a number of committees that have examined those accrued benefits. About 2 committees, I think, have done that. And so the amount involved has obviously come down, has reduced. But I can't give you exact figures. But what I want to say here, even with the action of those committees, we still have problems. For example, you can imagine in one of the committee reports, you are saying that some officers have negative accrued benefits, negative accruals. What it means now is that there is also refund. So it's questionable. Because somebody who has worked for a number of years is expected to have accrued some benefits. And now the committee report is saying that some persons have negative accruals. So what it therefore means is that report has to be looked at critically again to ensure that every person who is being owed one benefit or the other gets his fair share. And that's what I intend to do for the sake, for the benefit of our dear pensioners.
Thank you very much. I want to say that when you are on time, you need to walk the talk. If parliamentarians, honorable house confirm you need to walk the talk. Thank you very much for coming. Please take a bow. And we screen the nominee for chairman, Dtha State Bureau for Pension, and it was thoroughly done. Members asked questions, and the nominee eloquently answered the questions. It is on that note I want to commend the nominee for confirmation by this honorable house. Majority Leader, please move motion for the confirmation of Mr. Ogidi Gbegbaje for appointment as chairman of the Dtha State Bureau for Pensions.
My direct statement to this, Mr. Speaker, I move that this honorable house do now confirm Mr. Ogidi Gbegbaje for appointment as chairman of the Dtha State Bureau for Pensions, having been thoroughly screened. I beg to move.
Speaker and distinguished honorable colleagues, my name is Dtha. I represent the good people of Funge State Constituency. I write an application to second motion every vote by I saw the second.
Please close that door, everyone. Those in favor of the motion that this honorable house will now confirm the appointment of Mr. Ogidi Gbegbaje as chairman of the Dtha State Bureau for Pensions, say aye. Those against the ayes are. I congratulate successful screening and confirmation. Dear colleagues, thank you for your job.